first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Shark's got it left side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A play fake for Swift, now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions are once again back in front. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there. Now the try here for the point after. And that makes it 14-10. Now as they line up and kick this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And he'll take it out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
On first down, it's gone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A tackle by Michael Brockers as he works his way through. Will tackle for loss. Now on 2nd and 13, Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's a big first half of the defense trying to cover him today. But they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, gone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On second down, Swift. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Goff now looks to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Hold on.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A third down pickup of 5.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. He's got this complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
On 2nd and goal. Goff. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He hits his target, Lockett. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I hate
to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Dwayne Eskridge, 59 yards as they have taken the lead. Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 17, Lions 14. Michael Dixon kicking off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where...
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. He's at the 40. 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run the toss to Walker. He will push his way down to about the 14. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Smith. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, His assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He'll buy some time right. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now a first down throw. Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Gone. And Sharp calls it in. Touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. Point after here coming up. It's up and good to make it 21-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. This is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
There's a nice move. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll try the air now with Smith. And now here's another interception. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Open man. He's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Swift, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Off play action. Here's Goff. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Uchenna Nwosu. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a big chance goes by the wayside there. A tough break on 3rd and goal.
Yeah, as a general rule, you know you're usually not going to win games with field goals. But in this case, they had 3 points in their pocket. I get what he was trying to do. That's a big swing of momentum right there.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Now Gino on first down. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Gino. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. Give them 18 on the play. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Gino now to throw. He'll get this out wide to Penny. And down to the 20 he'll go, the Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far in this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
17.
Let's go now.
Again, Smith. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Touchdown, Seahawks. Will Disley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that gives him a 3-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Cody Barton there to bring him down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind.
Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. But I believe the Lion was there to recover. Yes, they will indeed keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 1st and 10, Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 69 yards on the ground for him so far. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Goff. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, but sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, it's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now we give up the mid. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Throwing on third. Gone. And that will be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And some room to maneuver. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, an even 90 yards. And the Seahawks use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd and 1, Goff. And that's caught inside the 35. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? They've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And some room to roll now.
And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line. 170 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Lions' 30-yard line.
They'll fake it. Now Smith.
That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end.
And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but works and clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now it's 33. Throwing now is Gino. And it's caught. Touchdown. Rashad Penny from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks will add to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Lions 28.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's gone. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Coleman.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 10 yards.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 2 yards is the pickup, and the Seahawks are going to have a 1st down.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Change in this ball game in the fourth quarter, Charles. They just completely took over, and not only did they get the lead, they end up winning somewhat comfortably.
And when we spent time talking with them before the game, they made sure that we knew that they thought that they were the better team in this one, and they never lost that thought or lost that focus, and they played like it in the fourth quarter. That's how you author a late comeback and get a win.
So for the Seahawks, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.
The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like big pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent. Ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Gang time in it. Gang time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Gang time. Run it up. 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 Run it up, run it up. You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog, so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith.
He originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready.
They'll start on the ground, ETN. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Colts, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
He's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. Now Ryan.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Ryan.
This one completes Alec Pierce. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Well, whatever they were trying to call, Chad Muma had it read from the start, getting behind the line of scrimmage and dropping it.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot, versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
2nd down, another run to Taylor.
And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week for last week because of plays just like that. From midfield now, here's Ryan.
And that is incomplete. Pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the pass. 4th down coming up. Jordan Berry out to punt on 4th down.
Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Jaguars had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Lawrence going to get this to Etienne. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that.
It seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Running left, Taylor. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, Tuesday.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. These two teams, division rivals, of course, and you remember back to Week 18 last year, although Colts fans don't want to remember back to Week 18 last year. The Colts needed a win, and the Jags, they were kind of looking ahead to 2022, but the 2-win Jags came up with one of the shockers of the season. They stunned the Colts 26-11 in Jacksonville, and that loss ultimately kept Indianapolis home for the playoffs. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Ryan. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. The kick by Lambo is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Those big ends don't really care what the play call is, big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And he's got Pierce. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Touchdown, Colts! Paris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lambo to add on the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Jared Cook, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Colts are able to add on to their first half lead.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything. Probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
And here's Rodgers on the return.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but
he's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have opened the lead up to 30.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Julian Blackman.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Shaquille Griffin is the one who stuck him for the loss there.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Colts have got it on cruise control.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the route is on here in this first half. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
21.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second and 8.
Stay, stay. 20.
Ryan.
Over the middle into the hands of Woods.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
A breakout season at the University of Virginia helped elevate Jelani Woods to day 2 of the draft and a new home in Indianapolis. A terrific athlete. Went to college as a quarterback at Oklahoma State before migrating to the tight end position. The Colts have got to be pretty happy having him in that spot and making plays like the one we just saw.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
39.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Now it's Ryan. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
First down. Josh Lambo on for the field goal. A 53-yard decision.
So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
22.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor to the 43, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Julian Blackmon.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The Ryan's throw taken in by Cook.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Check. Hey, 59, ready?
Here's Ryan. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
DeJuan Smoot getting in there, recording the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this is off the left upright, and it comes back. It's no good. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in.
He's got a man complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards there, a big one.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now he dumps this off over the middle.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
And the Jags are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run with Etienne.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Jaguars are able to claw one back. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter.
after the touchdown. Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Colts just continue to roll. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Julian Blackmon.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23.
76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the... This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They go to the ground again with Taylor. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to the play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now,
touchdown Colts. Matt Ryan now with 5 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Down.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
This fielded right at the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last two drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Let's go.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of one there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Now it's Ryan. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion. I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
At their own 12-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
On first down, Lawrence.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. Their front seven, they've loved this ball game.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Colts, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll drop to 0-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.